Now, getting into the new year, Liverpool, they stayed on top of the table. They managed to hold off a lot of competition, and that's that. But in terms of December, it was West Ham. West Ham were the Christmas winners in terms of the December stretch. Yep. They won 3 and drew 1. Yep. Very interesting goalless draw with Brighton. Yeah. But in that spell, they beat Man United 2-0. Beat Arsenal 2-0.
And they beat Wolves.
And they beat Wolves as well. I saw 2 of the 3 games. The one against United, for obvious reasons. The one against Arsenal. I watched the Arsenal game. I was very impressed at how well they kept Arsenal at bay. You know, and do you think that finally West Ham they are getting to fulfill their potential as a team?
They are slowly getting there, and Moyes has been fantastic with what he's doing with the club. And I think another reason they are doing so well is how well they manage games. They don't give too much away when they are in games. They know when to sit back, know when to hit you on the counter, know when they don't have to waste their energy and just conserve themselves and attack you when they need to. And they are slowly getting there. They won the Conference League. They won their group in the Europa League. They are slowly building towards that. They are a team that I should see being in Europe consistently from now on. That should be their aim. They should be a team that should be looking at, at the end of the season, I should be at least in a Europa League or Conference League position. And I think slowly they are getting there.
All right. The other headline.
Just a quick one. I think that will be contingent on their ability to stay consistent in terms of their player recruitment. Because you look at Declan Rice came in, he left, they brought in Edson Alvarez.
To be fair, they got it right in the last window. Yes. To be fair to them.
They shipped him off and they brought in Edson Alvarez and James Ward-Prowse. And on top of that, they added Mohamed Kudus and Paqueta. So Paqueta came in a couple of off-seasons ago. And so you look at the vultures are circling around. They are definitely circling. And Man City was interested in Paqueta. Per what Mohamed Kudus has done. If he repeats it the next season, he's definitely a goner. So who do you bring in? So that's what...
I don't even think he will last the summer.
I
personally don't think he will last the summer.
If he continues like this,
I think he'll be snapped.
At the end of the season, if he scores 12 league goals and provides 5-6 assists, he might just end up getting bought by maybe a Tottenham Hotspur or maybe a Man United. And
finally,
so that's 100 million.
Rectify the Anthony error.
Yes, rectify the Anthony error. And so, yes, once you lose these players, who do you bring in to sustain that run? And that's what West Ham's chances of continuing this run will depend on.
All right, the other big story from December has to do with Arsenal. Now, let's have a look at that December table. And I'll use that to make my point and ask the guys their thoughts. Now, Arsenal, if you look at that table, they were 4th in terms of the December fixtures, right? But if you looked at the form guide, or no, they were 13th rather. You can see them there. 13th in that form table. They won only 1 game and lost 3.
They lost 2 and I think
they lost 2, drew 1, won 1.
Yes.
Now, the question is, have they blown their chance? Is it too early?
Oh, for me, they've blown their chance because the thing is, for me, right from the start, it was Man City's to lose. Right from the get-go, it was Man City's league to lose. And the closest contenders were, the closest contender was Arsenal. I didn't see Liverpool strongly contending like this because of the issues of depth in terms of their central defense. But to lose ground the way Arsenal did at this pivotal time, that's why I always say timing is everything. The timing of their losses or their drop in form, it doesn't serve them well. And that's where I see Man City taking the charge and holding on to it and going ahead to win the league. Because at this point in time, it's lining up for them. Players are coming back from injury. Their schedule looks good. And the confidence is back. You can clearly tell that the confidence is back. And you don't normally see and hear Pep Guardiola come out and say, yes, I'm going to win the league in that very boisterous manner. And once you have him come out the way he has come out, then it tells you that he knows the kind of quality that he possesses and the kind of trust that he has in these boys to be able to get the job done.
His man is coming back. De Bruyne is coming back.
Yeah,
so
he's back.
excited.
And the thing is, the last thing you want is a boisterous Pep Guardiola. Even when he's modest, look at what he's done so far. And now you have him being boisterous. So I think for me, it's curtains.
Let's have a look at the league table and let's see where Arsenal they're just 2 points off. I mean, they're just 3 points. The full league table at Liverpool, they're just 3 points off Liverpool. So how could they have blown it?
The margins are fine. So
it's a 50-50 thing for me.
Okay, no, hold on. I think Arsenal have 5 points. Okay, 40, they are 5 points.
I think
5 points off Liverpool.
I think it depends on what they do in January. Gary Albonaho was speaking on TalkSport, and he mentioned that he thinks Arsenal should go in and get Ivan Toney, or like a goal scoring striker. I think that's one of the things that can tip the scale for them and change the season for them. Because there are a lot of games that Arsenal could have killed, and I feel like they don't have that gunman in front of goal. They don't have that lethal presence. I mean, they have people who
the gunners without a gunman.
They have people who give them goals. Gabriel he chips in, Martinelli chips in, Saka chips in, but they need somebody who they can bet on for about 20 goals in a season. And I think if they do good business in January, that can change the fortune of their season.
Arsenal won't win the league because they have a goalkeeper whose strongest point isn't necessarily keeping clean sheets or
but
keeping the goal.
They've kept a good number of clean sheets this season.
But it's not necessarily because of David Raya's performance. His strongest point is playing out from the back, organizing the defense, communicating and all that. You have a left full back whose strongest point is in defending, and you have a striker whose strongest part of his game is not scoring goals in Gabriel Jesus. Yeah, for me that's a formula for not winning the league.
Okay, let's move on to the team that's currently top. Liverpool, they ended 2023 on a very, very good note. Started 2024 actually beating Newcastle in that very exciting game. For the lovers of statistics and expected goals, probably one of the most interesting games you ever come across in that game there. But can Liverpool stay top? Adam, can they stay on top to the end?
If they can sort out their defensive problems. They've been winning games. They've really surprised me this season. I didn't expect them to be here at this point, but they've been doing something that is reminiscent of Liverpool teams of old. They win games even when they are not playing well. Like they have been very close games for them this season. Trent's pulling out some last-minute winners, and they've been getting them over the line. If they can get at least a centre-back, I feel like the season is going to be determined by who does the best business in January outside Citi, because I think Citi don't need to do any more business. They have their team set for them. But the team who's playing around Citi and can do their business well in January can just challenge them, because City's coming. I think a run is coming soon enough, and somebody will have to do something about it. So if you get your business right in January, I think you might be that guy.
Liverpool won't have Salah. We don't know for how long. It depends on how far Egypt go in the Afcon. Do they have what it takes to still win games, blow teams away, and still be in that position, even without Mohamed Salah, for 2-3 weeks?
Yeah, I think they can, because of the depth in quality that they have in the front line. Because you have Darwin Núñez, Luis Diaz, Cody Gakpo, and Diogo Jota in there. Yeah, that's quality, and it makes things a bit more simpler, or a bit more simple for Jurgen Klopp in terms of selection. Because once you have Salah in there, then it means you have just 2 slots available for as many as 4 players. And so with Salah out of the mix, you can play players in a bit more of a traditional style, and have Diogo Jota operate as a wing forward, the way he does, or as a support striker as he does best. You can have Cody Gakpo play from the left side as an inside forward, which is the best part of his game, or strongest part of his game. Then you can have Darwin Núñez operate centrally, consistently, over a consistent run of games, rather than have him move out of the way for Cody Gakpo, come off the bench, those kind of things. So for me, I think they have enough quality to be able to sustain this run and stay on top. But I don't think they will be able to do it till the end of the season, because they can't consistently keep on conceding first and reacting before they get wins. I don't think that is sustainable enough, and that's what makes me believe that they can't stay on top till the end of the season, and might just end up losing the league to Man City the way they did a couple of seasons ago by a point or two.